Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are all doing well. I am back today with another makeup tutorial. So I wanted to sit here and basically just do a traditional New Year's Eve look. And when I think of New Year's Eve, I don't know about you guys, I just think of like a black, smoky, black, glittery, sparkly eye. That was a mouthful, but obviously, we took a different approach here. I had this palette sitting here. I've been waiting to use this on camera with you guys. I haven't used this before. This is the first time I used this palette. And when I sat down today, whatever eye look I did or whatever full face of makeup I did, I wanted it to be 100% drugstore affordable. You guys know I love doing these types of looks. And I had this and I'm like, why not step out of the comfort zone? Why not do something a little bit more bold and a little bit more unexpected for New Year's Eve makeup? I just feel like this is something totally different. And even for like Christmas, this would have been really pretty to do. Why didn't I think about that? Man. But opportunity missed. And also, I do want to address the elephant in the room. Yes, I have my hair natural today. I've mentioned on my channel many times that I do have naturally curly hair, and this is her, okay? This is it. This is the hair. So I did just, let it have its moment today. We're stepping into a new year. Why not just let the curls be free? So if you guys are new here, my name is Alicia, and I would love for you to subscribe down below and be part of our family here on YouTube. I'd love to have you guys. I'm definitely a more drugstore affordable makeup girl at heart here on this channel. I think that's all I got to say. So let's go ahead and let's just get started. Hey guys, so jumping into it, first thing I always do is take the hair out of my face. But then I'm going and trying these new guys. They're from e.l.f. They're like under eye hydration patches, and I've never tried these before. So like when I opened it up, it was like completely slimy like inside, and it like totally caught me off guard. But I don't know if they're like, I guess they're supposed to be like that, or if like these ones like kind of got messy in the package, but they were like a slimy mess. However, they were nice. Like I'm going to keep these on for the duration of the eyeshadows, and I really like these guys. For you guys that are new here, I always just prime my eyes with concealer. This is the new CoverGirl Trublend Undercover Concealer, and I'm setting everything with my Milani translucent setting powder. And then the star of the show, this Milani palette, I'll have everything linked down below for you guys, like certain shades and things like that. So definitely check down below for those details. But I'm taking that first shade as my transition, and I just like to always do this no matter what eye look I'm looking or what eye look I'm doing. I always need this type of like transition shade just to help with like blending the shades, especially going into something harsh like this emerald turquoise type of shade. So these are really nice too, really pigmented, you can see there, and they really blend it out really easily. How many times can I say really? Going into the little bit deeper shade there, I'm focusing this again in the crease, but I'm keeping it a little bit lower and more on the outer third of the eye just for some added definition. I'm trying to leave more of like the blending in because I feel like sometimes I cut the clips too short for you guys. So let me know down below if you guys want me to kind of keep these a little bit lengthier so you guys can like see all the blending. I feel like maybe it may help you guys if you're looking to recreate the look. Going back in with the CoverGirl concealer, I'm not doing like a super intense cut crease. I'm just laying it down just for that pink emerald shade to stick to and to help it stand out and be a little bit more pigmented, to have that lighter base underneath it. Then I'm going with that shimmer shade. Oh my god, it is so pretty. I am wetting my brush with a setting spray, and you guys, like once you see this, I was so nervous like how intense it was gonna be, but like, ooh, it was good. And I got rarely like any, I honestly didn't get too much fallout either, which you guys will see in the end. And if I did, it was kind of nice to have these under eye patches because it fell, or I'm sorry, it caught most of the fallout that fell from the shadow, which wasn't even that much, to be honest with you. So right here, I'm just packing it on with a flat kind of like shader brush, just to get the pigment on there. And then you'll see right here, I'm taking a little bit more of a fluffier brush and taking a little bit more of that emerald shade, but not the shimmer one. This is the matte shade underneath it. And I liked this to just buff out that shimmer shade and see how it just kind of like softened it and kind of, I don't know, blended it into that transition shade. This I really, really liked. I feel like this is definitely an important step in this makeup look. So just always go in for a fluffier brush when you're trying to blend. Then at this point, I was like, you know what? I feel like I need a little something, and I was going to go in with silver, but like I said, I wanted to do something a little bit different. So I took that gold shade, which was really, look how pretty. It was really pretty on its own, but you'll see here in a minute, I do go in with a NYX glitter liner. I'll, like I said, have everything down below for you guys, and I just felt like I need a little something. So I took this, it's a liner, and I just carefully, I didn't like put it over the entire eye, but you'll see here, I just kind of put a little bit on just to intensify it and then add a little bit more definition. Like, can you see it there? A little bit more sparkle, which is, I feel like, is like exactly what it needed. But you can do this with like silver too. That would be really pretty. I decided to do a wing, nothing too intense. I kept the wing pretty small. This is just my Physicians Formula eye booster liner. And then just to coat my lashes, going with my Wet n Wild mascara, which you guys know I love, especially for the lower lashes, which we will use later on. These patches were so nice, and they didn't, some of them like slide off, but these like stood in place, and I just took whatever serum was left on there and kind of pushed in my under eyes, and I really like them. So I'm going to continue to use those. Starting on the skin, going with the NYX pore filler. You guys know I love this too, and like I said, I'm trying to keep this all affordable, where you can get this stuff at the drugstore or Target and whatnot. So I always just like to put this where my pores are large, which is like on the side of my nose. And then this, I've kind of, this is a new thing for me, kind of a new thing. This is the LA Girl Pro HD Concealer. I got it in the shade, I think it's like neutral or natural, but I like it because it has a little bit more of like a pinky salmon shade, which helps obviously counteract like bluish dark tones under the eyes. So it's basically like color correcting. Just like look how much brighter. Like, it's, I love this, and it definitely makes a difference because I do have not only bags under my eyes, but I have a lot of darkness, and literally no concealer, it just canceled it out. So I've really been enjoying that. For foundations, you guys know I love mixing concoctions. Taking the L'Oreal Infallible Freshwear with my NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop. These two together are the most beautiful finish. Has such great coverage. It blends easily, and the shade was pretty good too because my self tanner's like barely hanging on, so I am a little bit darker, maybe like a shade darker than my normal color, but it was just like so good. That concoction, I'm going to continue to use it. Now going in with concealer, going in with that CoverGirl one that we use to prime the eyes. And then I'm going to set it with my Maybelline Fit Me loose powder because I feel like that Maybelline one, I know there's so many loose powders out there, but something about that Maybelline Fit Me loose powder, I feel like it adds so much coverage on top of the concealer when we set it. So I'm just blending that all out, and I've really been liking the CoverGirl. Obviously, if you can, you can probably tell from this video, I really like that concealer too. It's full coverage, the shade's perfect, and like I said, with that Maybelline Fit Me powder on top of it, your under eyes look flawless, which you can kind of see here. Then for brows, I am taking my Wet n Wild Ultimate Brow Duo Kits. I'm just kind of like speeding through this just like a little bit. Let me know if you guys want to see a brow routine. I hate doing brows personally, and I don't think mine are all that great, but I kept the drugstore, and I used to always use this, and I still do use it. I just use sometimes my ABH Brow Wiz also. The lashes, also drugstore, they're Ardell. I'll have them listed down below. These were really pretty for a drugstore lash. Like, you can see me looking down how, like, they're such like a thick, long lash. Like, I am obsessed, and I'm going to go buy more of these ones. I think these are the only ones that I had. And you know how sometimes they have like the variety pack, so definitely like these lashes. You don't need to spend a fortune on lashes. You can kind of see the difference there. These are Ardell, and they're one of my favorites, like, brand of lashes that are more affordable. Then just mimicking what we did on the top, just doing that on the bottom, taking those same shades and buffing them on the lower lash line. And I wasn't going to bring the emerald shade at the bottom. Like, this is where I planned on stopping, but I felt like I needed to tie in the emerald, so I went back in and buffed a little bit on the lower lash line, just so I felt like it kind of tied it all together, because like it just wasn't looking like what I wanted it to look like. And I just take a small shader brush and basically just smudge it all throughout the lower lash line, because I love that on my eye shape. Okay, this is kind of a long clip. Okay. Bronzing, Milani bronzer, taking this and going to just bronze my skin, my cheekbones, my forehead, my nose, bottom of the chin, just all those areas. Now, you did see there, I went in with a little bit more of a denser brush to kind of more contour and chisel, and then I went in with this fluffier brush just to kind of blend it all together and get an all-over bronze. For blush, going with Pixi. I love this blush. I've used it before on my channel. It's a nice natural shade if you don't go crazy like I just did. So be careful if you guys are going to use this blush. It's very, very pigmented. But with blush, it's one of those things that you can easily fix by just going in with some loose powder, like I will here in a minute, and just buffing it out. So don't be afraid to go in hand, because you can always clean it up with powder when it comes to your blush. Then I'm just taking more of the Maybelline Fit Me powder and just cleaning up a little bit. I never keep this on too long because I do have drier skin, so I just put it on and go in, wipe it away. It just helps kind of highlight that bronzing and contour that we did. Since we're done with all the powders, going with my Milani Matte Finish Setting Spray. Love this one. Fanning it out. And then we're going to go in with highlights. I'm going with this Pixie. I'm taking a little bit the more golden shade there. I love this. I've used this on a first impressions video on my channel, and when I turn my head here, like my skin, it just looks like wet. You know what I mean? This is a highlighter that does not sit on top of the skin. If you use it with a sponge, it literally pushes it, and your skin literally just looks glossy and wet. I can't describe it, but I love it, and you can get it at Target because it is Pixi. Going in with my brow gel. I don't know why I do this at the end. I love this one from Maybelline. I've been using this probably since like college years. I kid you not. But I like to run it through and push it in to kind of make those brow hairs stay where I put them. I don't know, something about pushing it in. I just feel like it just does something magical, and I can't stop doing it because I like to see spaces in between my brows, and I feel like this helps kind of get that illusion. Lower lash mascara, you guys know, my Wet n Wild Mega Length, my favorites. It's so cheap. It doesn't transfer, and the brush is awesome. No complaints about this mascara, which is why I've been using it for so many years. And don't be afraid if you get mascara on your skin. Just let it sit there, take a Q-tip once it dries, and just wipe it away. Time to just let the curls out. Oh, I have such mixed feelings about my curly hair, but I just could not. I did not have the energy to straighten it today. So I know we talked about that in the beginning of the video, but it takes some getting used to, I'm telling you. For lip liner, LA Girl lip liner in Sugar and Spice, my all-time favorite lip liner when I'm doing a more natural lip. And I love the formula of these lip liners, and they are affordable. Cannot say enough good things about the LA Girl lip liners. I have them in every shade. I wish they did have more shades though, to be honest, but they have a lot of like nice natural shades. And this one, like I said, is Sugar and Spice. And then to top it off, going in with a Wet n Wild liquid lip. I don't know the name of this one, like the shade. I'll have it listed down below for you guys. And this is a really nice natural shade as well. Just because we did so much on the eyes, I wanted the lips to be a little bit more toned down. And I love these Wet n Wild catsuit liquid lips. I have these in probably every shade too, because I do love Wet n Wild. It is one of my favorite drugstore companies with like Milani and Maybelline. Then I'm just taking this Vivid Lip Lacquer. I'll have it linked down below in the shade. It's a very pale light shade, so I just dot it on the center of the lips, and I'll just kind of like work it in with my finger here, just to kind of mute it down a little bit more and give the lips a little bit more definition so they look a little bit fuller. I don't know. I don't know if it does that, but I feel like it does. And then highlight when you're going out for New Year's Eve. You need to glisten like a disco ball, so I always do the shoulders. And that's it, guys. So I hope you enjoyed this. I know it's not the traditional New Year's look, but I hope you guys enjoyed. Bye.